Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I had to take a second on the Black Financial Channel to talk about this stock called Jumia Technologies. Jumia Technologies has been probably the most exciting stock in the entire stock market for the past couple of weeks. It's actually doubled in 1 month. And I'm going to kind of break down some of the research I've done on Jumia. I'm going to keep doing more research, but I'm going to let you guys know a little bit about what I found out in the Black Financial Channel in 1 second. Hey, what's going on, guys? I hope you guys are having a good day. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel, theblackfinancialchannel.com. We are Black first, and we also believe in Black economics. So if you agree with that perspective, then put your hashtag B1 in the chat. Hashtag B1 means that we are Black first. And also, you don't forget we're starting the Black Wealth Boot Camp in January. So if you'd like to join us for that, feel free to do that. I thought we hadn't done a Black Wealth Boot Camp in 3 years, but actually it's been 5 years. I didn't realize that. I guess we've been busy over the last 5 years. But this is the first one we're going to do in 5 years. You guys loved it the first time. It might be the last one we do for another 5 years. So if you're interested in joining, feel free to go to blackwealthbootcamp.com. Now, let me talk about Jumia Technologies. Jumia Technologies is a stock that I have mentioned pretty consistently, probably for the past couple of weeks. I was really excited about the stock. I found the stock because I was actually looking for good stocks that would allow me to sell call options. I like to specifically dig up stocks that will sell well in the call option market. And so during my research, I ran across Jumia. Didn't know anything about this company at all, and found out some interesting things about this company. First of all, let me tell you about the amazing, almost wacky things the stock has done. First of all, the stock has been booming. It's been absolutely insane. I didn't even try to really make a big profit on it. Like I said, I like to write call options, which is a way to generate income on my portfolio. But I found that Jumia was in the capital gains category. I mean, just doing stuff that was almost kind of unbelievable. Kind of like the old Tiger Woods when it came to golf, like what Tiger did as a golfer when he first got started. Just to give you some idea of how extraordinary the stock has been, it's gone up by 92% in the last month. 92% in the last month, 79% this week alone. 79% this week alone. It started the week at about $20. Now it's up to $36. So that means, if you had 100 shares or whatever, you would have made whatever 16 times 100 is $1,600 on a $2,000 investment. If you go back a year, I like to look at stocks over a year. This company has gone up 518% in the last year. So it's gone up 5 times what it was a year ago. 3 months ago, it's gone up 2.5 times that. So it's gone up 240% in the last 3 months, 519% in the last year. Now, what's fascinating about this stock, though, is is that I did this led me to do more research, right? Because you're thinking, okay, this thing is making me all this money. Let me go find out more, right? One of the rules of wealth that we talk about in the Black Business School is when you figure out where the money's at, learn more about the things that will give you more money. Learn more about where money is so you can figure out a plan to go get it. If you want to know why some of your friends are broke, you should ask them, how much time do you actually spend studying money and wealth and how to build wealth? How much time was spent in your household talking about wealth when you were a kid? And most people will say not much time was spent on that. Well, if you don't spend much time on something, then you're not going to be very good at it. Am I right or am I right? So here's the deal. This company, Jumia, I did my research on it. It's an e-commerce company that does business in Africa. And as Mr. Debro says, I agree with you 100%. He says, what goes up can go down. And I agree. This is always true. Right now, the Dow just hit 30,000. It can go down. But just remember that when it hit 20,000, people were saying, what goes up can go down. It's going to go down. And then when it hit 10,000, people were saying, whoa, 10,000 is too high. What goes up can go down. A lot of you are old enough where you could have invested in the Dow when it was at 10,000, 20,000, maybe even 5,000. Maybe some of you remember when the Dow hit 1,000. I want to say it was the early 80s. I got to double check that. So remember that every time it hits 1,000, people say, oh my God, it's going to go down. When it hits 10,000, people say, oh my God, it's going to go down. When it hit 20,000, people say, oh my God, it's going to go down. It now it's hitting 30,000. So people are saying, surprise, oh my God, it's going to go down. Right. So I don't know what's going to happen, but I will say that this company is doing ridiculous things in terms of ROI. It's absolutely off the chain. The company is an e-commerce company that does a lot of business in Africa. They do a lot of business in Nigeria and other countries. I'm excited about that. I'm 1/3 Nigerian, according to my DNA test, which shout out to all my fellow Nigerians. And the interesting thing, though, is that A lot of experts believe that the stock may partly be getting pushed up and inflated due to what they call the short squeeze. The short squeeze is the fact that because there are so many people, 19% of the stock's trading activity was on the short sell side. So a lot of people were short selling the stock, which is what you do when you think a stock is going to go down, basically. And when the price keeps going up and goes in the opposite direction of where you thought it was going to go, well, the bank tells you, or your broker tells you, you got to put up more cash. You got to, put up or shut up. So basically, what you have to do is you have to close these positions. Everything that's bought must be sold. Everything that's sold must be bought. So since you sold the stock as a short seller, then you got to go back and buy the stock back. So additional buying creates additional upward pressure on the stock that's already accelerating. So right now, Jumia is kind of going crazy. And also the crazy Robinhood traders who love to go chase every trend are trading heavily in the stock. So the more it goes up, the more worried I get. So when my brother mentioned that he thinks the stock is going to go down, it wouldn't surprise me one bit. And when it goes that high, you're always worried that you're going to get some sort of crazy collapse. 80% of its value gets lost. Maybe they find out that the company's financials were not solid. All kinds of things can happen. So in this particular case, I love Jumia, first of all. And Alicia loves me because I love Jumia, because Jumia's made our family a lot of money, because when I saw it and identified it, I did make some investments in it. But at the same time, you got to protect your investment. So as Jumia goes up, I'm looking at put options. I'm looking at other strategies that will allow me to protect myself in case bad things happen. So Jumia, I don't have the ticker symbol in front of me. I'll look it up, but I should know that. Let me see. It's JMIA. JMIA. Feel free to take a look at the stock. It's been really, really astonishing. Today, it's gone up 18% today. 19%, 18.68% today alone. It was actually 20% up, I think, earlier today. So you're really talking about a stock that's really kind of going crazy right now. And it's out of Africa. So I thought you guys would be interested in it because it is a company that does business in Africa. But I looked up the ownership, and a lot of the people that are involved in this company are from Europe and China and stuff like that. So it's not an African-owned company, in my opinion. But if you buy shares, then guess what? It becomes partly African, right? You become part owner in this company. So the same way they can own you, well, you can own them too. So it's up to you to decide how you want to look at that. But that's what it is. And I agree with you, Nefertiti, that the trailing stop loss is your friend. Yeah, that's true. I think at the same time, you got to make sure you always know the ups and downs of every strategy, right? So if I do a trailing stop loss or order where I sell if the stock drops by a certain percentage, then that means I'm out of the game for good, right? So that means if the stock does recover and starts moving again, a lot of these stocks have reversals. So if they have a big day, like if they go up 20% one day, well, sometimes they're going to be a cool off. So maybe the next day you get a 5% drop, but you still got 15% of that still left. And then the next day it gets back to work and continues to go up further. So the question becomes, is this price growth based on fundamentals? Which some of the fundamentals look solid. This company is massive. It's growing. They're planning to actually expand into a lot of other countries. From what I've read, they're planning to go into a lot of African countries that they should be placed in. Let me see here. They have 6.7 million annual active customers, and Jumia also had 28 million orders placed through its platform over the last year. Jumia's third-party sellers cover 90% of the platform items, with 110% active sellers, part of the Jumia ecosystem. 78% of African online customers bought on Jumia in the last 12 months. 78% of African online customers bought on Jumia in the last 12 months, and 88% of that total made additional purchases in the same time period. Jumia Pay is one of the key assets for Jumia, which is its fintech platform. It's about 34% of the company's transactions are completed on Jumia Pay. A slide in the Jumia presentation compares Jumia to other winning stocks that have shown e-commerce being strong, driving online payment adoption. Jumia Logistics. Jumia owns its own logistics business, which powers its e-commerce platform. Jumia said its logistics business is the technology and data-driven answer to Africa's logistics challenges. The business is seen as a key competitive barrier for other companies in the region. The logistics business covers 20 million packages, with 50% delivered to primary cities, 25% to secondary cities, 25% to rural locations. Business shift could pay off for Jumia Technologies. Over the last year, Jumia has transformed its operations to focus on profitability. Jumia exited 3 underperforming countries and exited its travel business. So the gross profit margins are growing. They also have a growth plan. The Jumia Technologies has growth plan is to expand into Ethiopia, the DR Congo, and Angola, which have respective populations of 105 million, 81 million, and 30 million people. Now, if you go and you take some time, especially those of you, the foundational Black Americans that are listening to me in the States, go take the time to literally Google a list of African countries and their populations. You will be amazed at how many countries in Africa that you never learned about in school have populations of over 20, 30, 40, 50 million people. You will be blown away. Africa is massive. Africa is the next economic revolution. Africa is something that's going to grow into into an economic powerhouse. It may happen during the lifetime of your children or your grandchildren, but it's going to occur. It already happened in China. It already happened in India. It's going to happen in Africa. The question is exactly when is this going to occur? And so I think investment in companies that do business in Africa is really a big thing. Now, with this company, again, the one limitation is that this is not a company that's owned by a lot of native African people. I will say that. But that doesn't mean that you can't be a part owner in this company. Again, the same way they own you, you can own them too. So I'm not telling you to go buy Jumia stock. This is not financial advice. This is me talking to you about something that I've discovered recently as of late. So anyway, if you heard me talking about options investing earlier and option strategies to protect your portfolio and to create income from your portfolio. Well, we have an options program in the Black Business School. Feel free to go to blackoptionsinvesting.com. That's blackoptionsinvesting.com. Take a look at that. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell on your way out of here so you'll get alerted when we go live. Also, text the word BOYCE to 31996 so you can get alerts when we go live as well. Text BOYCE to 31996. So I'm out of here, guys. Take care. Have a good day. And thanks for listening to the Black Financial Channel again real soon. Take care. Peace.